If you're just too exhausted to ever cook anything from scratch ever again, then it's time to head to Costco to try out all their cheesy, savory, saucy, and spicy pre-made meals. Here are the best of the best. No doubt about it, mac and cheese is good for the soul. It summons thoughts of childhood, holidays, and special family gatherings. When everything seems to be going wrong, mac and cheese hits the spot, though it's not the fastest dish to make from scratch. If it's been a frustrating day, the last thing you want to do is tackle a complicated recipe. Luckily, Costco is here for you. The Kirkland signature mac and cheese consists of elbow pasta, cheddar, Romano, and Parmesan cheeses. It costs about $4 per pound, with most containers coming in at just under 4 pounds, so your wallet will be happy as well. It's often debated whether mac and cheese is a meal or just a side dish, but ultimately, who cares? What really matters is that it's delicious, and Costco's version is in fact delicious. Plus, it comes in an oven-safe dish, so you'll also save on cleanup time. Weirdly enough, bell peppers are technically a fruit. That's because they grow from a flower and have seeds. Despite that, most people consider them a vegetable because of their savory flavor. Either way, they make for a delicious and nutritious part of any meal. Costco has gone ahead and transformed bell peppers into tasty comfort food by stuffing them with ground beef, rice, and cheese. The result is a delectable concoction that's both healthy and filling. It checks off all the major food groups, including protein, grain, and veggies, all in one dish. If you're a fan of meatballs, you should love these as well. And each tray comes with 6 stuffed peppers, making it a great way to feed the entire family. Meatloaf is a comfort food that many associate with mom's home cooking.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf?
It seems like every family has their own unique homemade meatloaf recipe. But when you don't have time to cook up that special version from scratch, there's Costco's pre-made version to save the day. Although it is important to note that while this will save valuable prep time, it still requires about an hour to cook. So maybe put a load of laundry in while it's still warming up. Costco's meatloaf comes with a sweet red glaze, which complements the ground beef, breadcrumbs, and seasonings. Sweet and savory flavors pair well together, deepening each other through contrast. The dish is rounded out with mashed Yukon potatoes, which are absolutely the perfect side for meatloaf. This runs for about $4 or $5 a pound, depending on your location. That's a price point that can't be beat, especially when you're trying to feed the entire family. Like life, tacos are messy and often fall apart, but they're still delicious and loved by the masses. Plus, they're cheaper than therapy. Costco clearly knows all this to be true, as they offer a 12-count package of Kirkland signature chicken street tacos. This is by far one of the most popular pre-made Costco options, as it has a loyal following on Reddit and other food discussion forums, and it's easy to see why. This kit comes with everything needed for a festive Taco Tuesday, or really any day that ends in a Y. It contains the protein and tortillas, plus cilantro, lime crema, salsa, and slaw. You'll be able to customize these tacos exactly to your personal standards. The preparation could not be simpler. All you have to do is heat the chicken and tortillas. If you're in the mood, you can pair it with something strong and break out the margarita mix. And unsurprisingly, this is way cheaper than any takeout taco option.
You know what I love about tacos?
What's that? Everything.
The concept of enchiladas dates back to the Aztecs, but you don't need to be an ancient history expert to understand the fundamental truth that they're cheesy and delightful. So when the craving hits, head to Costco for their Kirkland signature rotisserie chicken enchilada. It'll take about an hour to bake, so plan accordingly. The dish itself does not consist of your standard rolled-up tortillas like you might expect at a Mexican restaurant. Instead, the tortillas are layered more like lasagna, with toppings such as enchilada sauce, corn, rice, bell peppers, beans, tomatoes, cheese, and cilantro in between. And there's a substantial amount of rotisserie chicken inside, which is obviously delicious. The whole thing comes in an oven-safe dish in case you want to freeze it and save it for later. This meal is great when paired with sides such as a salad, but it's equally satisfying when served on its own. It can easily feed at least 5 people, and possibly more with some extras like tortilla chips or beans, and it can also make for great leftovers if you have the fridge space to spare. Believe it or not, America has silent film star Mary Pickford to thank for bringing Alfredo sauce to the country. She and her husband, Douglas Fairbanks, discovered it while traveling in Rome and brought the recipe back with them to Los Angeles. While Costco's version isn't exactly the same as this original, it still hits the spot when a hankering for this classic creamy sauce arises. Another offering from Kirkland's signature, the base here is penne pasta topped with Alfredo sauce and extra unmelted mozzarella and Parmesan cheeses. The additional cheeses make for a thick, gooey sauce. For the protein portion of the dish, there are generous chunks of rotisserie chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
The prep is pretty easy. Simply heat the sauce until it comes to a simmer, then add the rest of the ingredients in the sauce, cooking on medium heat for about 6 to 8 minutes. And don't forget to stir. This is a great option because it doesn't take much time to make, and it's just as affordable as the other Costco offerings on this list. Baking ribs in the oven can take upwards of 3 hours. Barbecuing ribs is an art in which you must learn to become one with the grill. When you can't commit to those requirements, Costco and its Kirkland Signature Seasoned St. Louis ribs come to the rescue. These ribs are pre-cooked and seasoned, so all you really have to do is heat them up. The bad news is that ribs by themselves do not really make for a full meal. Thankfully, there's also the option to pick up pre-made sides like mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, or a salad kit. You'll likely find these ribs near the rotisserie chicken, and you can even snack on them on the way home if your tummy is rumbling uncontrollably. They run for about $10 per pound, so it's not the cheapest item on this list, but it's still the quickest way to have ribs at home without ordering takeout. After a stressful, busy day, sometimes all you want to do is eat a giant plate of pasta. Thankfully, Costco's Ravioli lasagna fits the bill and even pulls its own unique spin on things. If you're feeling fancy, it even pairs well with a glass of Chianti. This isn't your typical lasagna, it's a little more adventurous, so get your stomach ready. It consists of layers of meat-stuffed ravioli transformed into lasagna form, topped with a rich, hearty bolognese sauce. The combination of these two dishes into a mega one is mighty impressive. You'll be singing That's Amore in no time. This pre-made meal runs around $6 per pound with the average portion, while checking in at under 4 pounds. It's a family-approved meal that's practically guaranteed to be a hit for everyone.
Well, if it isn't nature's most perfect food. Lasagna!
Instead of feeling like a salmon swimming upstream, trying to balance all of life's ups and downs, you could just eat some salmon for dinner. This particular fish is a good source of vitamin B12, potassium, iron, and vitamin D, as well as omega-3 fatty acids. Costco makes it easy to reap all of the health benefits of this classic fish. Kirkland Signature's Salmon Milano comes pre-seasoned with herbs and spices to save time. It also comes with delicious pesto butter in an oven-safe container garnished with dill. To cook, simply remove the top and place the whole container in a 400-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. The salmon should reach an internal temperature of 140 degrees. It's important to note that this meal is a little bit on the pricier side among Costco's pre-made options. It's possible to purchase salmon fillets separately, season them, and make your own pesto sauce for a cheaper price point, but we think it's worth forking over a little extra to save on time and convenience. Stir fry is certainly yummy, but to make your own, you have to shop for all the ingredients and then wash and chop them up. And if that's not tiring enough, you still have to cook all of it. Thankfully, Costco can help expedite this whole arduous process with its Yakisoba stir fry. Yakisoba noodles are Japanese and look similar to ramen. They're made out of wheat flour and water and are typically served fried. In addition to the noodles, Costco's Yakisoba stir fry also includes chicken, broccoli, carrots, bell peppers, snap peas, and onions. Then it's all topped with a delicious yakisoba sauce. There's zero preparation needed for this meal. Simply toss everything into a wok or a pan and heat it up. It couldn't be easier. It's also much cheaper and healthier than takeout and makes for some great leftovers. The price is right as well, and there are plenty of fans singing its praises on social media. As one cheered on Reddit, "The chicken yakisoba is my favorite. Quick to stir fry and can easily feed up to 4 people." Another enthused, "The yakisoba is my favorite, hands down. It makes enough for days, too." And a third declared, "Just tried the Yakisoba chicken kit this weekend. It was surprisingly yummy." Who can forget the scene at the end of The Avengers when all of the exhausted heroes treat themselves to some shawarma? In case you've never had the pleasure of experiencing it, shawarma is basically the Middle Eastern version of a gyro. So when you feel like channeling your inner Tony Stark, Costco is here for you.
Which do you like better, Vogue or chicken shawarma?
Chicken shawarma.
Okay, thank you very much.
Costco's 6-count Gyro Kit offers a generous portion of gyro meat, which is a combination of beef and lamb. All you have to do as far as preparation goes is heat up the meat. Next, put that beef and lamb in a pita and customize with toppings to your heart's content. The kit comes with a tomato-cucumber mixture, romaine lettuce, red onion, and feta cheese. There are also 2 containers of tzatziki sauce. Be warned, though, that the meat tends to be greasy. Some gyro lovers actually prefer this and are totally okay with it. But if you're not one of those people, you can combat the grease by slowly heating up the meat and draining it before adding it to the gyro. This kit has all the fixing for €6, and it tends to cost around $7 per pound. Who doesn't love a quesadilla? In its purest form, it combines two reliably delicious foods, cheese and tortillas. Costco goes the extra mile by adding in chicken to create something extra special that's packed with protein. The pre-made Kirkland Signature Quesadilla uses flour tortillas instead of corn. The cheese is a blend of Monterey Jack, medium cheddar, and asadero. The chicken is chipotle flavored and also spices up the cheese. Then there are the 3 dipping sauce options: guacamole, sour cream, and salsa. For prep, the quesadillas simply need to be heated up to melt the cheese and get it perfectly gooey. As one satisfied shopper summed it up on Twitter, the Costco quesadilla kit is solid. Highly recommend.